Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energy and predictions for the sign of Pisces for the rest of February. Now, do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have going on for you here, Pisces. Do hope you're doing well. I hope things are going good for you. So yes, this reading will span from the middle of February to the end of the month. And by the way, happy early birthday to you, Pisces. Pisces season is just around the corner here. And we also have a new moon in your sign, in Pisces, on the 27th. So, exciting times. All right, let's go ahead and make sure we're all set up here and in view, and then we'll get right into it. All right, that's looking just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Six of Wands. So, you love to see the Six of Wands in a tarot reading. This card can really speak to some level of overwhelming success in your life. You can see that this person has triumphed over the challenges and the difficulties of the Five of Wands, and then they are now being paraded through this crowd of people who are cheering them on. And this can say that some of you are gearing up for a major win or a major victory in life. So you love to see that. The other thing about this Six of Wands that I've been feeling like I need to say recently, it is a card of social media. And the reason being is this person is out in front of people, right? And so some of you could be looking at building an audience or building your social media presence in some way. Here, yep, you actually have my two of the social media cards that I look for here. There's actually another one too that you don't have, but you have the Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands, Six of Wands, definitely social media cards. So there could be something showing up in that area for you, whether or not you are building a presence on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook or whatever it is, pick a platform. Or maybe you have something that's going down on social media as well. Maybe you find some news out through social media, but I think actually this is more about building something through socials, building a network, building an audience. But there could also be some other, just some other general success here, Pisces, that I really like to see for you. So let's go ahead and try to dive into it. By the way, also travel here. Travel is on the table for some of you, okay? So we're looking at the rest of February. So this could happen sometime end of February, but it could also bleed into the beginning of March, your travel, okay? Now, in the current situation or the overall situation, you have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is international travel. Okay, so this is why we have the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. So these cards can both indicate travel. This might be travel by vehicle. This is travel by flight or by air. Okay, this can really talk about going long distance, going on long distance, international trips, long distance flights. Okay, so that's the travel timeline. Now, for more of you, I think what's happening here is this Eight of Wands. This represents a breakthrough, and this can say that there's something that the clouds are clearing, making way for something, making way basically for a clear runway, runway for you to launch something or allow yourself or allow something to come into your life, right? You have a clear runway or a clear launch pad with the Eight of Wands. It is also the idea of like accelerated motion. It is getting the gears spinning, right? It's moving forward on something. One of my favorite cards is the Eight of Wands because it can really, really bring a burst. It can signify that there's a burst of energy that is coming into your life. You're going to feel alive here with this Eight of Wands. So you love to see it. And because this represents distance and communication from a distance, that's why the Eight of Wands could be a social media card. So you got the audience, you got the social, you got the distance-based communication. By the way, some of you in business could be finding something out via phone calls, text messages, letters, emails, social media, when the Eight of Wands comes in. we're going to actually talk about that more as we get further into this reading. But let's go ahead and look at the first row. So first column. So you have the Five of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Hierophant. All right, so some of you may have had, or may have, I think probably have had, an unexpected expense here, okay? This might be connected to your vehicle, or this may be connected to maybe you had to spend money on software or something. I'm thinking about the Eight of Wands being like digital communication, but might be your vehicle, might be something like that here. But with the Five of Pentacles, this can talk about like parting with something, or like it can indicate a loss. Okay, the Five of Pentacles, it really can indicate a loss, but it's not the way I like to read tarot. I like to use tarot as a way to put good messages out there, and but it can be, you know, in the traditional meaning of the Five of Pentacles, and it's paired here with the Tower, which represents something that's like unexpected or shocking or something you didn't see coming. Now, so some of you may have had an unexpected expense. That happens especially with vehicles and vehicle maintenance. I know I have recently. It's like, whoa, didn't realize that had to be done. But anyway, with the Tower, really the positive way of looking at the Tower is you can see here that this guy is falling from the Tower. And the reality is that they were trapped in this tower for a long time. And they are now free. Okay, they are now free. And so while the Tower could be like a shock to the system, it is also providing you with freedom. Okay? And sometimes we just need to have the decks cleared so we can start anew, you know, start fresh. And so maybe some of you are bringing that in here, especially with the Eight of Wands. Some of you are maybe looking for a clean slate. And it's possible that you found something out. You found something out that was like, whoa, an epiphany type deal. Or you found something out about your situation that you weren't expecting. The Five of Pentacles may ask you to look at your mindset, you know. The Five of Pentacles can say that like maybe the way that you look at money, or the way that you think about money, or that you approach it, or the way that you speak to yourself about money is no longer going to work, and is no longer in alignment with you for reaching the goals that you want to reach. So I find that the Five of Pentacles comes in more when you are speaking to yourself poorly about money. So like, oh, I'll never have that, or oh, those rich people, you know, or oh man, if only I had XYZ, right? So like when you're in that type of self-talk, it is really, really scarce. It is like a scarcity thinking, right? It is you're speaking in scarcity instead of speaking in abundance, right? Especially when you move in, like, especially for those, and I know this is not easy, but when you resent people who have money, that can make it more challenging or more difficult for you to bring money in, right? Because it's hard for you to align to the thing that you resent. Am I right? Am I right? So remember that it's hard for you to align to the thing that you resent. And yeah, there could be something like this showing up here for you, Pisces. Now you have the Hierophant as well, which represents potentially something traditional. It could be marriages. It could be the church that you're a part of. It could also be the employer that you work with. It's also grandparents, by the way. It could be grandparents. Could be a mentor. Could be a guide, a spiritual guide. There may be something that has shaken out here between you and one of those people. But let's continue forward here. So you have the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Sun card. Okay, so there was something I wanted to mention, and I said I'm going to talk about this more. Okay, yeah. Now I remember. All right, so I talked about how some of you may be communicating, or some of you may be speaking with someone from a distance here, either through social media or phone calls or text messages or letters, emails. Okay, well, this is likely to be a colleague, okay? And the reason being is you have this Three of Pentacles showing up, okay? So the Three of Pentacles can refer to your colleagues in the workplace. And usually the Three of Pentacles is somebody who's doing really quality work. You can see the mallet on their belt. They're hammering something away there. In the background, the anvil. In the background, they're holding up work that they're proud of. This is typically a really, really good sign for any project that you're working on. And it may suggest also there is an audience as well associated with the Three of Pentacles, but it's like usually a local audience, like your colleagues, like the people you share an office space with. Okay, and usually it means success in business, but it can also in your career, but it can particularly around a project. It can also just refer to your colleagues. So I think some of you are going to be going back and forth here with colleagues. With the Eight of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, you're going to be firing off messages back and forth. You could be hammering out details about a project or something like that here. You have the Sun, which is the best card in the tarot. Total happiness, good vibes, abundance. You shining bright as well. Definitely shining bright here at this time. You may not see it. You may not see it as this Sun is in this lower row, which is potentially the what is below the surface or hidden or what you can't see. So some of you may not be seeing this, but you're definitely shining bright here. In the final column, you have the King of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Queen of Swords. Okay. So, like I said, the thing that's going on here is I'm not really seeing how these King of Pentacles and Queen of Swords are connecting into this reading, to be honest, other than, these might be the types of people that you're communicating with. Here's, we talked about this Eight of Wands. With the Three of Pentacles. Nonetheless, the cards are here. The cards are here for a reason. We pulled the cards, so there is a message for you with this. So with the Queen of Swords, this can talk about like needing to be very, very direct and blunt and honest and swift in your communication. This is also somebody who has high intellect, by the way, as well. They are able to give you very, very solid and concise advice, solid and concise advice. So if you're looking for that type of thing, the Queen of Swords is somebody that you want to have in your corner. The King of Pentacles is really a person who's just working hard. They have built their legacy by working hard and showing up at their, being the first person to leave. The first person to arrive and the last person to leave. That is the King of Pentacles legacy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and clarify the cards here. We're going to start by getting some oracle messages, and then we'll continue forward here. Okay, so I guess we're going to take all of those, and we're going to take this. Okay. On the bottom, you have great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. I do think maybe there is a mentor involved here for some of you. Okay, I do think there's a mentor somewhere here in this picture as I look at the Hierophant card there. All right, these cards just flew out, these 4 cards. I'm usually only taking 4, but you're getting 7, it seems like. Okay, hey, this is what Spirit wants you to see. So you've got Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. You have Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. And then you have Autumn, release the old and rest. And then you have Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. Take time to reflect. Okay. So I think the trust your talents in changing times is a big one here. Okay. Yeah, that's a big one. And then also connecting with a goal, but it seems like for some of you, the mission is very clear. Okay, for some of you, the mission is very clear with this Eight of Wands. I do think that if the mission is not clear at work, that's going to become very clear here with the Tower and the Eight of Wands pretty soon. All right, so you've got Wise One, grow within your current situation. And then you have High Priestess, harness mystic power, as well as Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. So this is obviously a callback to the High Priestess card. You are a very High Priest High Priestess sign, Pisces. I do like to connect the High Priestess to Pisces or to the moon. It's very much your energy, the High Priestess energy. And it's this idea of being able to, tap into your deep well of intuition and, come up with the answers that you need. And so for some of you, maybe you want to connect from within to find some help here, find some spiritual guidance, and connect with your emotions as well. You are also somebody probably, based on your sign, who is very, very in touch and in tune with their emotions. Pisces. So wise one and great teacher. It feels like there's some sort of mentor in the picture for some of you here with the Hierophants, or you are a mentor for someone. You may have an apprentice as well. Let's go ahead and see if we get the Eight of Pentacles. We're going to go ahead and pull some additional cards here and try to clarify the situation even more. So let's see if we get the Eight of Pentacles. Or any, yeah, let's just see what we get. How about that? We're going to do one more, do one more shuffle here. And yeah, all right. Cool. So you've got the Six of Pentacles, you have the Four of Swords, and you have the Hierophant clarifying the Hierophant. Okay, it might not be the Eight of Pentacles, but we've got this. I don't always use the mentor meaning with the Hierophant, but it is coming in. It is coming in. And you have Wise One, and you have Great Teacher. Okay, so maybe if mentor isn't resonating with you, you may have an elder in your life that you can learn from. Maybe this is a grandparent, maybe this is somebody else. They don't have to be related. There might be somebody older than you that you can learn from at this time, somebody more experienced that you can learn from at this time. Yeah, yeah. I do think that this could be showing up here. Now, some of you, the thing about this Tower moment is it feels temporary. It's a shock to the system, and you have this Four of Swords with it, which represents rest, recovery, and more importantly for this situation, recovery. So whatever happens there, or whatever has already happened, this is you're going to bounce back from that real quick. And then the Six of Pentacles comes after the Five of Pentacles, which is really nice for you, because look, I see you progressing. I see you advancing in this Five of Pentacles story, which I've talked about. It's like trying to align with a higher frequency when it comes to money, right? And so the way that it's hard to do that when you're always like, upset about financial stuff, right? So like, I know that's easier said than done, but here's what I'm trying to say. The best thing you can do when you're in a financial bind, and trust me, I have been in this before, is you take action. The best thing you can do is literally take action. Come up with a game plan. This is not emotional. This is not an emotional situation, although emotions do get tied into money. But separate the emotions from the money and come up with a game plan. Come up with a strategy. If you can't come up with a game plan, you can reach out for help. Okay? Maybe this looks like a snowball method where you're looking to pay off debt. Okay? That's a very challenging thing. It's hard, but it can be done. People do it. People do it, right? So maybe there's something like this going on here, but the best thing you can do is take action. And what I like here is you have the Six of Pentacles, indicating that you are making progress, because the Six of Pentacles comes after the Five. And you should pat yourself on the back for that, for sure. The Six of Pentacles also talks about just balance, financial balance. So let's go ahead and let's see what else we have. We have the Ace of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords, and you have the Fool. Okay, so getting off that financial story here, you have the Ace of Wands, which, I just absolutely love to see this. You're getting really, really excited and fired up about a project, okay? And this may be one where you're on your own. This may be like a side hustle. This is definitely a card of side hustles. But I think for most of you, this is about maybe something in work. I don't even know about most of you now that I'm thinking about it, because I started this reading off about social media. I think if what's happening here is you've got something on the side going on, like some of you are like, after you're done working, you're like uploading YouTube videos, you're like posting YouTube videos, or you're like making Instagram posts or whatever making TikToks, whatever it is. There's something about social media for a number of you that seem that you're just really, really excited about it. And you're going for it full steam here. The Queen of Swords goes after their goal fearlessly. They go after what they want fearlessly, right? And they don't let anyone get in their way. That's the thing about the Queen of Swords, and you have it here twice. So that looks really exciting. And then for those of you who are really connected to like your 9 to 5 and that timeline, I'm talking about you're excited about a project and people are excited to work for you or work with you. Maybe they're working for you. Fool is a new beginning, and this is like a really nice new beginning, a powerful new beginning. The Fool is the power of all 4 aces, and you have that here with the Sun. So that is huge. Something's definitely coming in here for you in that realm. So you have the 4 of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the 3 of Wands. Yeah, I see this idea around like partnerships and businesses. Oh, you know what I just heard? Brand partnerships. Some of you are working with brands. Yeah. Some of you are definitely getting a sponsorship or doing some brand partnerships here. Not everyone, but some of you are. Yeah, negotiating some terms on that too. That looks really nice. But yeah, this idea of like partnerships and agreements, definitely looking good. There's also like a big energy of adventure here with the 3 of Wands, but it feels like, and some of you are definitely traveling, by the way. That's another travel card. 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands, Chariot. So some of you definitely going on some adventure here as well. And then you've got the Emperor, which is just huge success in business, or it can be, especially when it's paired with the Chariot, because the Chariot is not just about travel by vehicle. That's just like one section. The Chariot is the idea of as above, so below. Okay, and with that comes success. So the Chariot can bring about like victory, success. Is this idea of as above, so below. And you have that with the Emperor, which is somebody who is sitting on a gold throne. They have achieved amazing things in their career. And then you have that with the 4 of Pentacles as well. Some of you may need to part with something and let go of something to bring all of this in. So yeah, and then on the bottom, I mean, can this get any better? You got the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Are you serious, Pisces? Wow. I think the readings recently for Pisces have been so good. Let's see here. What else do we have? Let's go ahead and let's get some Kipper cards. So we're going to start off with community, thoughts, and we're going to pull some of these. Main, female, official person, pathway, high honor, and this one. These 2 want to come out as well. Okay, so I would trust the, if you feel like you could really get some helpful guidance and insights from an elder or a mentor at this time, I think that this person could really give you some wisdom, okay? And if that's not something you're resonating with, then don't worry about it. But there is somebody in a position of authority, whether this is a mentor or an elder or whatever. This person, I think, has a treasure trove of knowledge and information and could really help you. Your pathway looks incredible from here on out here, Pisces. If this reading is for you, there's something about like working through the 5 of Pentacles, but you're making progress on it, huge. But with pathway and high honor, it seems like the pathway card can be 3 to 6 months from now. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. That's the author's timeline on this. But the steps you're taking now, man, 6 months from now, you're gonna look back and be like, decorated. You're going to be decorated, right? You're going to have a new position, or you're going to be on a higher pay scale, or you're going to have a business, or your socials are just going to blow up, or whatever. So your passport's going to be full of stamps. Like, it's going to be great. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.